example for the boys and girls. It's shoot, man, you can change your community. Instead of bringing beef, you can bring forth unity. It's shoot, starts with a vision, then a decision that you can conquer this mission. Starts with a vision, then a decision that you can conquer this mission.
Who the next generation?
We got next.
Who the next generation?
We got next.
Who the next generation?
We got next. Choices are up to you, man. Walk on through.
Who the next generation?
We got next.
Who the next generation?
We got next.
Who the next generation?
We got next. Choices are up to you, man. Walk on through.
We a new breed, nature's best kept secret. World full of drama, but peace we sleep in. Media, they don't influence me. Got a mind of my own, yet I rock for the moment. I'm stuck in my zone. I'm purpose driven. We're from lazy bed to purpose living. See, I control my destiny. If nobody, I want the best for me. And inheritance to pass to my family. Where the kids can grow, where the grass is green, and they can experience the finer things in life. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'ma walk in my dreams, and you should too. You should too. Put your talents to something useful. Say you should too. You should too. Put your talents to something useful.
Who the next generation?
We got next.
Who the next generation?
We got next.
Who the next generation?
We got next. Choices are up to you, man. Walk on through.
Who the next generation?
We got next.
Who the next generation?
We got next.
Who the next generation?
We got next. Choices are up to you, man. Walk on through.
Trying, when you're giving, when you're helping out, when you're living right, I love what life is all about. When you're trying, when you're giving, when you're helping out, when you're living right, I love what life is all about.
Yeah, this is another QTMC JYD production.
Something positive, it feels good to give back to the community, to be helpful to those in need. You see a frown turn into a smile, to help a person living wrong turn their life around. It feels good to break down stereotypes, using music as a tool to help save a life. It feels good fighting for a cause that's worth that when you can make tomorrow better than today. It feels good to bring good news from above and teach the person that hates to love. Feels good. Giving hope to those who back against the road, to know what you're living for, to get a breakthrough when the doors are closed. It feels good, helping those who can't pay you back, take the loss and get them on track. It feels good, being the light for those trapped in the dark. When you can give from the heart, it feels good. To find your purpose for living, we love to receive it when we start giving. It feels good, looking in the mirror, liking what you see. Take the homeless off the streets and give them something to eat. It feels good.
To be here at Manual Arts High School during Black History Month, All-Star Weekend is very significant. You're important enough for us to show up, and you're also important enough for us to give you this valuable information. The EverFi 306 partnership to bring African American history program to schools across the country, starting off here at Manual Arts, is just a huge event for us.
Frederick Douglass talked about freedom, and he wasn't so much talking about physical freedom.
We need to speak about these stories and share these stories because you never know how you're being inspired.
But I want to encourage y'all to be able to use your voices. Okay, don't be afraid to stand up for what you believe in.
Shooting for peace is so critical because when we go to these schools and we see the kids' faces and they see that we're engaging, we're hands-on, we have fun with them, they're like, wow, they're approachable.
They're gonna be in for a treat today. You got a lot of kids talking trash out there. They see these old bones and they start to say to themselves, I think I can take them. But it's not until they hear that dog pound starts barking in their gym that they're gonna come to realize they're in way above their heads. These kids get to experience, some positive influences in their lives, as well as people who are giving back and care.
Shooting for peace is just the best because we're better way. Let's not hurt, let's not kill, let's always want peace, love, and harmony.
All right, JYD, you ready? Okay, let's go. Feels good. Playing 9 years in the league. Jumping, dunking, man, it's hard to believe. Good. To hop on the next flight. Rio de Janeiro, I could be there tonight. Feels good. To do what they say can't be done. To make hard work look like fun. Feels good. To go the extra mile. Giving a gift of laughter with uncontrollable smile. Feels good. To receive blessings from above. Turn it all around, show other people love. Feels good. To volunteer your time and help Martin Luther King keep his dream alive. Feels good. To help change the world, and this message goes out to every boy and girl. It feels good. I really can't tell you with words, but if you seek the truth and put God first, it feels good.
When you're trying, when you're giving, when you're helping out, when you're living right, I love what life is all about. When you're trying, when you're giving, when you're helping out, when you're living right, I love what life is all about.
All right now, I need all my friends out there to help me out on this part right here. Yeah, if you got problems I want to shake away. For everybody out there, if you feel good about your life and trying to do things right, I want y'all to move with me a little bit right here, you know what I mean? We're gonna do what you call the hustle, you know what I mean? But we're gonna call it the shake. We're gonna shake our problems off. All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Come on. To the right, 2, 3. Clap to the left, 2, 3. Clap, take it back, 2, 3. Now stop, take a step ahead. Shake your problems off. Come on. 2, 3. Clap to the left, 2, 3. Clap now, take it back. Stop now, take a step ahead. Shake your problems off. Come on. Right, clap to the left, 2, 3. Clap to the back, 2, 3. Now stop now, take a step ahead. Shake it on off to the right, 2, 3. Clap to the left, 2, 3. Clap, take it back, 2, 3. Now stop, take a step ahead. Shake it on off to the right, 2, 3. Clap to the left, 2, 3. Clap to the back. Don't stop, take it to the front and shake it on off to the right. Come on, to the left. Come on, take it back. Don't stop when you get to the
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Black History Month, and thank you for being here in community and in celebration. My name is Alexis Holmes, and I am a member of Team Shooting for Peace, and you all are in for a treat today. This is not your regular webinar or virtual experience as you've already had a flavor of. For the next hour, or maybe a little bit better, or maybe a little less, we're going to have a good time. We're going to celebrate. We're going to learn. And most importantly, we're going to be in community with one another. Before we get our program started, I wanted to pass the mic to Dr. Yvette Martin, who's going to kick us off and bring some greetings.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Black History Month. Thank you, Alexis. I'm not a doctor, but I am excited to be with you all. And we do have an administrator who is an amazing host to greet us this morning, Mr. Rafael Balderas. And I'm sure he's here. I saw his face, but he would like to share greetings on behalf of our amazing Region South team and Superintendent, Mr. Spicer. So can we have Mr. Balderas come on to greet our high school scholars? If Mr. Balderas does not have access at this time, I'll turn it back over to you, Alexis, and your team to get us going. And then maybe when he's ready, we can bring him back on. Thank you so much. I'm excited to have our talk with Mr. Williams, and we're honored to be able to celebrate Black history with this level of experience that our students will get to have.
No problem. And thank you so much. You see, I was giving you your new title of doctor, so I think I must have just spoke something. So thank you so much, Ms. Yvette, for joining us. And we will certainly get Dr. Balderas in here as soon as we can. As you've already experienced, we have an amazing production team, and we're ready to get started. So again, thank you so much for joining us and for experiencing the full experience of Shooting for Peace. Shooting for Peace was founded by NBA legend Jerome Junkyard Dog Williams, and Shooting for Peace is a global initiative that provides sports with an infusion of leadership as well as financial education and aspiration. And we're so excited to be here today in community with you and also in community with our partners, who we thank you for joining us and bringing all of this amazing programming and information and experience, and most importantly, some fun to you. And so with that, before we get into the program, I did want to give some time to one of our sponsors, Ronique Hicks from Discovery Education.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Alexis. And it is so great to be with you all virtually. I am Ronique Hicks, and I'm Vice President of Strategic Partnerships at Discovery Education, which means I have a cool job. I get to work with districts across the country like LAUSD to help bring students opportunities, tools, experiences that connect learning to the real world. So basically, my job is to help you see what's possible. And so here's the first thing I want you to know and keep in mind as we go through this experience today. You do not have to have your whole future and life figured out right now. I know we adults, we always ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? And then you probably just have a brain freeze moment. But the same thing happens to us even now. And so just know that right now, this time that we're in, careers aren't straight lines anymore. And so they're like paths that are filled with turns, surprises, and opportunities that you haven't even heard of yet, like the one today. So, as you're listening today, instead of trying to choose one perfect career or moment in time, just on a few things. What do you enjoy? What are you good at? What problems do you actually like solving? And you'll find those answers by trying new things. So it could be classes, it could be clubs, sports, volunteering, part-time jobs, or just some small personal projects that you hold to your heart. And so you also have access to something that can make it way easier to explore, and that is coming to you from Discovery Education, and it's called the Career Hub. Now I'm going to give a challenge in about 30 seconds. So I know that your school uses Discovery Education, or at least you have access to Discovery Education. So you can ask your teacher, do we use Discovery? Can I access Discovery? And it's full of short videos, real stories from real professionals. So beyond today, you could access more professionals in different spaces. You'll get behind the scenes looks at jobs, things that you may have not thought of in tech, healthcare, sports, engineering, business, creative careers, basically everything. So my quick challenge to you before I turn it back over to Alexis is, before the week ends, so today's Thursday, so by tomorrow, I want you to log into Discovery, explore one career that you've never considered before, just one, because it might spark something, it might confirm something, or it might just open the door to something that you didn't even know existed. So your future isn't something you wait for, it's something that you build, and a great place to start. So enjoy yourself, everyone. Thanks again for having me today. And I can't wait to hear more about the experience after. Thanks, Alexis.
And thank you, Ronique. Appreciate the direction and the resources. And most importantly, we appreciate the partnership. And also, of course, we certainly want to thank LAUSD, shout out to Region South, for putting this together and just being so open to shooting for peace and for giving all of us this moment in time. As many of you know, and we'll get into it certainly later, that this is actually the 100th year anniversary for Black History Month. So much history, so much present history, so many history makers out there who are really a part of what's happening and, quite frankly, where we're going. And so with that, I want to bring out another partner of ours who's going to give us some information on financial education. And so bringing up next is Miss Juliet from JP Morgan Chase.
Good morning. Thank you so much. Good morning. Happy Black History Month, students. So my name is Juliet Udochu. I am Vice President of Community Managing for JP Morgan Chase. And not only that, I am a LAUSD baby. I went to elementary, high school, and middle school through LAUSD. My mother was the principal for LAUSD, so it's just such an honor to be here with you all. When I was your age, no one talked to me about financial literacy. No one talked to me about money. And my job is so amazing because I get to go back into the communities that I came from, the schools that I went to talk about this thing called financial literacy. And financial literacy, a lot of times, it makes a lot of us nervous. It makes a lot of us, and when I mean us, I mean Black and brown individuals, nervous because no one talked to us about it. And typically when we do not know about something, we have this thing called financial insecurities. And my job is to go out to talk to, I like to say, I talk to individuals from 6 to 66 about this thing called money. So today I'm just going to give you all some practical tips about money, right? We're all in high school. You all will be getting into this real world soon. So I want to make sure that you all are equipped to go out and be successful, not only in the careers that you choose to do, right? When you start making this money, she was just talking about discovery needs, figuring out what you want to do when you grow up, right? But also thinking about what type of money you make. And when you start making that money, that not only do you keep your money, you protect your money and you grow it. So at this age, if you have a job, if you get allowance, right, you can start saving right now. I don't know how many of you all have bank accounts. A lot of time when I talk to my middle school and high school students, they always think that they're too young to have a bank account. I want you to know that you all are at the age that you can start saving, right? You're young, you want to have fun, you want to buy your video games, you want to buy your shoes. That is totally okay. But at this young age, you can start thinking about saving. How do I, if I get $100 for Christmas, how do I put $50 into my saving and put the other $50 into my checking, or use the other $50 to buy myself something nice, right? Credit, the topic about credit makes a lot of people nervous, but I want you all to know that credit is king. Think about credit is what it means to borrow money, right? If you have a credit card, that money does not belong to you. You borrow money, but that money you have to pay back. And the more you pay it back, there's so many great things that can happen with that. You can boost your credit scores. If different credit cards you have, different perks you can get, and just changing the conversation about money. When I was your age and I would ask my parents certain things about money, they would say, this is the conversation for not kids. I want our parents to start thinking about how do we start building a conversation about money at the dinner table, when we take family trips, parents showing your kids the bills, things like that. I want you all to go into this world to understand money, to succeed in school, at your jobs, and financially. And hopefully I will be at a school near you that we could talk about this financial literacy thing more. And like I said, I am from LAUSD. I love LA. And I'm happy to hopefully meet you all soon, and we can go over these practical financial literacy tips more to make sure that you all are able to succeed. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and we're going to hold you to your word. So we're going to see you when we are out there. So thank you so much, for coming through and introducing yourself and giving us some information. So just a bit of a check. Do we have another representative from LAUSD?
Good. I'm here. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Just having some backstage difficulties, but hey, I was able to get on. But more importantly, on behalf of our Region Superintendent Andre Spicer, he sends his greetings from Region South LAUSD. We have 32 high schools, over 6,000 seniors that we are getting ready and prepared for graduation and beyond. And so therefore, I certainly hope everyone is here today. But overall, we do represent 28,000 high schoolers in Region South, probably more than any other district in the country. But again, it is my distinct pleasure to continue this ongoing relationship and partnership, of course, with Shooting for Peace here during this Chalk Talk. I certainly hope that we can take a deeper dive and listen on how we prepare our students for the future, but more importantly, leadership, developing that skill set, but also making sure they have a purpose and providing them opportunities of moving beyond, but also coming back to serve LAUSD, the children that we are here today. Now, I am a little excited because I'm a huge NBA fan, so I am going to put that out there right now. And I do remember watching Jerome Williams when he was with the Big East Conference playing for the Hoyas of Georgetown. So yes, I'm a fanatic. And then he was obviously drafted into the NBA and played for the Detroit Pistons. But so I'm very excited that we're here in partnership. But we want to continue this relationship to move forward. Again, we'll develop the skills for all our scholars that are here today. And again, happy Black History Month to everybody today. And what a great way to kick it off here in Region South with our partners with Shooting for Peace. Thank you for this opportunity.
And thank you so much for joining us. We just love having you and love that you're a fan. And so clearly you're going to stick around for a little bit too. So thank you so much. And thanks again to our production team for certainly making sure that we were able to hear from you. Next up is we're going to dive in deep and start talking a little bit more about some resources and the possibilities and opportunities associated with technology and AI. And so we're going to watch a short video, and then we are all going to have an experience with the tech queen. So without further ado, all hail the queen. I think we are pulling a video together, or we will have an opportunity to hear directly from the Queen herself. I think that the team is pulling together video, and I hope that we're still here.
family. Hello, hello, family. Woo. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to our LA Unified School District. Good morning to the administration and all the students here. Good morning. I want you to look around the room you are in for a second. Every single person is standing at the edge of possibility. Not someday, not when I'm older, but right now. Today, I'm here to talk to you a few minutes about technology, AI, coding pathways, and choice, because choice is the real superpower. Let's start with the truth. We all know life will and can be lifing. Life don't ask permission before it shows up. Challenges come. Distractions come. Pressures certainly come. I had no idea after I married my college sweetheart that he would be diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, a chronic illness that left him gravely ill over a 15-year period. Then after I moved my parents from Detroit, where I grew up, to Las Vegas, years later, they both would also have chronic illnesses. Long story short, not only did my mom pass away, and actually she died in my arms, but my husband also passed away. And so did my dad the following day, a year later. So I'm not looking for any pity party or sympathy. I'm here to remind you that when pressures of life come, and they will, what matters most is how we respond when life starts lifing. Here's something powerful I'm going to share with you that most people never learn. Now is defined as 0 to 5 seconds. That's it. That's the only time a decision can be made. What separates us as human beings from other creatures on this planet is that we have the conscious ability to make a choice in the now. And those choices, especially the split-second ones, set the direction of our lives. Juvenile halls and prisons are filled with people, students your age, in a moment of time who made the wrong choice. One decision, one reaction, one now. And their entire life trajectory changed. But today, you're presented with a different kind of moment, a moment when one decision can positively change the direction of your life. Let's talk about technology and AI. AI is not the future, it's the present. Help desk and tech support are not just starter jobs, they are career pathways into six-figure tech pathways. Technology doesn't care where you're from. It doesn't care about your zip code or what color you are, your ethnic background. It doesn't even care about who you are. What it cares about is skill, focus, and commitment. That's why the Tech Queen Elite Training Institute exists and have partnered with Shooting for Peace to give you real access to AI education, help desk, and technical support pathways, hands-on experience with Ushta AI platform, mentorship structure, and real-world skills that you can use immediately. We've partnered with Shooting for Peace because, let me tell you, peace is not just about staying out of trouble. It's about having a future worth protecting. Now, let me share one of our boss core teachings because this is critical. There are 3 ways that people normally get defeated in life, and I'm going to share it with you. Number 1, they have no plan. Number 2, they could have a plan, but they're not committed to the plan if they have a plan. Number 3, they lose focus or move too slow. Moving too slow is just as dangerous as not moving at all. Opportunities don't wait, success doesn't chase, and purpose doesn't beg. If something is placed in front of you today, which it will be an opportunity, it's because today is your time to act. This right now is a never before opportunity, an opportunity to learn technology, an opportunity to master AI, an opportunity to build skills that can change your family's future, not just yours. But it only works if you act now. Remember, now is turn to your neighbor, say 0 to 5 seconds. 0 to 5 seconds. That's right. We're going to go church for a minute. That's the window where confidence is built. That's the window where leaders are formed. That's the window where courage shows up. And I want you to hear this clearly, LAUSD. You don't have to figure it out all today. You don't even have to be perfect, as you heard earlier. You don't even have to be fearless. You just have to be willing to stay focused when others get distracted, willing to stay committed when others quit, willing to move when others hesitate. So today, I'm challenging you to stay hopeful, stay focused, stay encouraged. Do not move too slow on opportunities placed in front of you today. Choose growth, choose discipline, choose a future powered by technology, skill, and purpose. Because when life starts lifing, and remember it will, you'll be ready. And I promise you, the best is not behind you. The best is not even someday, but the best is yet to come. Thank you, and I'll see you in the now. Gonna turn it back over to our Shooting for Peace family. There you go, fam.
Oh, it's so good to see you, and thank you much for sharing all of that wisdom and opportunity. Stay encouraged, no question about it. Everyone, please stay encouraged and always trust yourself and continue to believe. And although he needs no introduction, and I will keep it very short and sweet, but we are now in for a treat. And here we are about to have the full experience. Joining us next up to the stage and to the mic, NBA legend, father, husband, founder, community leader, Jerome Junkyard Dog Williams.
You know what? Time to go to work. Let's go. What up, world? This is Jerome Williams, JYD, aka the Junkyard Dog. Now I'll be taking you behind the scenes of meeting those change makers in our world and what it takes to truly create the future we want to see.
3 more 3. 1, 2, 3.
Turn from it. Supported in every step. Father in my.
I just want to say, keep working, keep living right, keep trusting God, and everything will work out, my man.
Aggressive but not pursue my passion.
So, Jeremiah, I heard your nickname the dog.
It don't matter. I'm always just focused on getting bugged.
Nonchalant, I keep it proper with my reaction. Any state, any coach, I find comfort in being with who I trust the most.
There's a Junkyard Dog on
the legacy we carry in the same name.
The basketball is easy. The game around the game is hard. There's a large world out here. I'm always traveling and on the go. So when that happens, I'm always in the mix as JYD, but sometimes that switches over to dad, husband, nephew, and family business is what it's all about. So grab a pen and a pencil, take notes, and get ready to become a new member of our family business. Dog pound, baby, let's go.
Yeah, family business. Come on now, family business. Yeah,
Let's go. How's everybody feeling out there? I'm so excited to be here. Of course, I'm your host, JYD. Shooting for Peace is in the house. I want to give a huge shout out to all of our speakers who came on today to be there for each and every one of you. You know, one thing about life that I've learned throughout my career is that you have to be on mission each and every day. And hopefully today, you guys get a break and get some tender love and care during Black History Month. You know, there's 100th year of LAUSD. Give it up for yourselves. Celebrate Black History Month. Because without Black history, hey, I wouldn't be here. Because it took some forefathers to get me motivated to be here. People like Frederick Douglass, one of my all-time favorites. Harriet Tubman, another all-time favorite. And you can't forget the father of AI, Dr. David Blackwell. Give it up for him and all your favorite Black History Month stars who we're bringing to light this year and every year during this month of February. Soon will be an All-Star Weekend. Me, alongside of a lot of NBA alumni, as well as current players. Who is your favorite? Hey, make sure you shout them out. And hey, you know what? If you have your cell phone, I want you guys to do none other than put them lights up. Put them lights up. Who's the next generation? You got next. Who's the next generation? You got next. And that's right, because you guys are going to have all of what is in store for you in life if you take what I'm saying very seriously. So we're getting ready to get into it. Get your notepads out. Get your thinking caps on. Because it's all about what type of role in life you're going to play. I'm Jerome Williams. I'm the junkyard dog. But it all started in school when I decided to take role playing very seriously. The R, relentless. Got to be a relentless person when it comes to your dream, your mission, what you're trying to do. It can't have to do with anybody else. It's all about you. But you got to be relentless. You have to also be an opportunist. You can't just sit on the sideline and wait for someone else to hand you that plate. You have to go out there and find it. Each and every one of you have a dream. I had a dream in high school. I also had a dream in middle school. But those opportunities, you have to seek out and look for them. The L represents leverage. You guys right now, you're not leveraging everything. You're not leveraging everything. Every life can be leveraged. From your community to the people around you helping you at the school, to your coaches, to your mentor, everybody can be leveraged. And that leads us to E, which is everything. You got to look for everything. Relentless, opportunist, leveraging everything. When you take that approach, all roads lead to greatness. And that's where we're going to be today. And did I mention everybody's going to get a copy of my book? You're going to get a copy of this book. Look up at see what I see. Because this was middle school. This was high school. This led me to junior college. And then ultimately to Georgetown University, where I played alongside the great Allen Iverson. And then on to being drafted in the NBA. Every opportunity, there was a mission. There was a mission. My 3 M's came into play. But you got to see yourself in the picture. Take me out. Insert you. Because I believe in you. I believe that you can do exactly the same thing I did in achieving goals and dreams. Now, I know what most of y'all are saying right now. There's a voice going off telling you, you can't do it. I'm telling you right now, you got to mute it. You got to pick your phone up, press the mute button, mute, turn that voice off. Because that's not the voice that's going to get you over the top. The voice that's going to get you over the top is the one you're listening to right now. You know why? Because I'm speaking positive. Positive affirmations every day have to come from your lips. Each and every one of you have power, the power of the tongue. So let's talk about some stats. First and foremost, 56% of workers in 2023, the labor markets gave a survey, and it showed 56%, guess what? Planned on looking for a new job. Well, I can tell you right now, that was back in 2023. But in 2026, there's even more
workers looking for new jobs because there are less jobs in the market. But I'm not telling you this to alarm you. I'm just trying to give you the facts and to make sure while you're in school, don't waste your time. Show up. Make sure you come and in attendance. Take notes while you're in class. I know some of that stuff isn't always the most entertaining. I get that. I was in your shoes once upon a time. But what I am saying is this: there's some valuable information that can help you reach your goal. Because if we stay on mission, right, the ultimate goal is graduation. But 39% of the workforce, survey showed, it was all based on relationships. A lot of you are in school today. You chose your school based on relationships. It's the same thing in the workforce. But the last statistic I'm gonna read for you real quick is 80% of leaders, study found, were not prepared to lead. Now you just heard from the tech queen about some opportunities. 80% of the leaders were not prepared to lead. And over 50% of the workforce was looking for a new job. How many of you will be able to take advantage of new jobs moving forward? We don't want to have to answer that question. What we do want to say is, look at some of the things that I took after the game of basketball that was just connected to education, because I was willing to write things down, because I was willing to take a few notes. Now, most of you guys say to yourselves, man, he played in the NBA. Oh yeah, that was great. I played with some great players, Hall of Famers. I had Hall of Fame coaches. I had a lot of highlights on ESPN. A lot of good things happened in my life. But without some sort of education, without me taking a little bit of education seriously, this page right here would not exist. See, what this represents is opportunities that I took advantage of after the fact. There was no internet when I was in college. Computers, most people, they didn't have them. You had to go to the library to sign on to a computer. When I finished the MBA, the world was reopening. So what does that mean? I had to continue to learn. I had to continue to apply myself. Check out this video right here. What's happening? There's a plate of food, right? There's a plate of food, but they're all trying to get at it. They're all trying to see how they can crack this code. Here's the thing. They don't have the answers to the test. But already, one pup has already figured it out. The dog pound will figure this out. There you go. Number two, he's found. There's always going to be those, well, you know what? They choose a different path. It's okay. It's all right. But I just want to let everybody here know what the tech queen was talking about is an opportunity that you all have. And you heard it here first. Now on here, there's nothing about AI, but I'm getting ready to add another slide and another logo, because these are things that I am getting involved in, because I can see the future. I can see down the road, and I can see down the road for many of you. Now, who's going to take advantage? Because when we start to talk about method and measurables, it's the same thing with you sitting down in class today. You got to stay motivated. You got to stay awake. Half of it, you know what? I got to do this. Got to put the light back up. Wake up. You're the next generation. And in order for you guys to take advantage of the opportunity of education, you got to answer the big question. What does it take to be great without being a star? Well, first, you got to be an unsung hero who builds teams and changes lives. Got to be a humble servant. When I played in the NBA, I was willing to cheer on my teammates. I was willing to support them. I was willing to give them my all. And you also have to have the creative vision to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Things don't happen on the same day. Things don't always happen right away. But if you keep putting that work in, if you keep believing in yourself, if you surround yourself with like-minded people. Now, I know what you're going to say. JY, I got people in my neighborhood. I got this, I got that. I hear all that. Well, listen to me. You can control your life. You can control your choices. And we got to get to how you are going to do it. First and foremost, what is your mission? You have to have that established. Mission has to be critical, because after mission comes what? The method of how we're going to succeed. How are you going to be the ultimate role player in your life to start off? Well, number one, you got to be relentless. Always giving it 110%. Some days you might have a bad day, but that has to be very few days. Give it 100%. I used to say 1,000. I don't know, what the lingo is today at high schools, but I say I'm on 1,000 every day. Look at this picture right here. Now, you can see Michael Jordan. See me down there at the bottom? I'm in the wrong spot. But I had to learn. That was my rookie year of the NBA. And what it taught me was I can't be at the bottom. I got to be up at the top. So you have to be an opportunist. You got to maximize every moment where you are. Now, measurables. This is the key. We had our mission. Now we took our method, applied it. Now we got to see the results. The results are the measurables. This is how you track your impact. Beyond stats, not every stat shows up. Things like team chemistry, morale, leadership, some of those things are silent. They move. The game-changing plays and ideas and energy, they move. Lifelong impact on teammates, co-workers, classmates, community, they move. But it's very silent. It doesn't happen all at once. But this is how you move through life. Stay on point with what you're trying to do. My son just turned 16. He's in high school. He goes about his day meticulously trying to get better at the game of basketball. Now, he's one of the top players in the state of Maryland, but his mission has always been the same thing. His methods have not changed. He works out. He works hard. He gets up 5:30 a.m., lifts, goes to class, does all those things. Get out of class. He comes to his regiment after school, homework, classwork, workout, and then when he gets out to perform, things work for him. It's the same thing with whatever you choose to do. He chose basketball, but alongside the way, he has to have education in there. Because what happens when the three ball stops? What happens when the dog pound isn't barking? What happens when the defense stops you? They weren't stopping him on this particular night. Sometimes he gets stopped. All these things are important. Keep it in mind. Keep those things in mind when you're trying to face your dream. Because the mission is going to get you your starting point. The level of success depends on how you go about doing it. So knowing your why, having a clear purpose is vital and key. Now, here are the resources. With your phone, you can take that step. You can take that step to decide what's best for you. But here's the thing. I came here to answer your questions. I came here for you. So I want to know,
hit me with a question in the chat so I can go ahead and get to barking like the dog pound knows how to do. Like what I see. So let's go ahead and get into some of these questions. I appreciate all the attentiveness that each and every one of you has shown me. Trust me, I can see you. I can see y'all out there in student land. I know what you're thinking. This guy got a lot of energy. Absolutely I do, because you know why? I believe that each and every one of you has a dream, and I believe each and every one of you can make it to your dream and be successful in life. All you need is a few resources. Frederick Douglass was bringing resources to a lot of people by trying to teach them how to read, because he knew if they could learn how to read, they could change their life. Well, I know right now, there's this new thing called AI. And if you learn it, if you have a cell phone, yeah, you got one of these, you can learn it and it could change your life. But it's a short little window. Now,
one of the questions that we have is,
let's hop to it.
oh, sorry about that echo. Students focus on mastering just one skill this year, not a.
I'm 6'9", but if I'm wearing the LeBron James,
what should
I'm
it be?
like 6'10", 6'11". He gives you about 2 inches on his shoe, his sneakers. How was it playing with Allen Iverson in college? Okay. Hey, that was a blur. Whenever you're playing with a future Hall of Famer, you know, it's amazing. Now, what I can tell you, since I was his roommate, one of his favorite things he liked to eat in the room after games was buffalo wings. He loved some chicken buffalo wings. So make sure you ask him that next time you see him. Let me see what else we got. Okay. They asked do you ever train your son in basketball? I do. I train him. I get him to work. You know, you got to put that dog pound effort in there. You got to be relentless. You got to do those things. You got to be a role player. You can't just be about self. Whenever there's a team involved, you want to make sure you look at how your role will play out with your teammates, how you can assist them, how you can be there for them, how can you cheer them on when things aren't going your way. You know, a lot of people don't understand this. Things show up in the heat of battle. When the battle gets tough, who's sticking around? Who's able to say, I can do this? It's all about success, all about getting to the next level. So I'll keep these questions going. Let's see here. Next one. Oh, okay. This is a good one. Education. What made you choose education as your backup? Man, I can tell you this. Before I became who I was trying to depend on me. And it wasn't until I had to realize that basketball wasn't in my cards because I was too short. I was 6'2". In high school, my senior year, I finished my basketball career off. Didn't have any accolades, and I had to realize something. Number one, couldn't do it on my own, so I had to sit down and pray. And thankful enough, my prayer was answered. I was blessed with 7 inches. But within that, I made a promise that I would always help kids if I reach my ultimate goal of making it to the NBA. But I had to go to my 3 M's. My mission, my method, and my measurables. I had to be in school. My method, I had to do well, so I had to show up and take notes. Then my measurables was I moving towards graduation. Those 3 things had to keep me in line all the time. Then the other things kicked in, such as I went to basketball, right? And I was able to make it. But those things would have never happened if I hadn't shown up Show up to class. Show up and don't be disruptive, right? Pay attention, learn, be silent, and move with a purpose. You all have purpose. You all have the ability. Get inside that ability and work on it. Work. Next question. If you were in high school today, what would you focus on right now? And to set yourself up for the future opportunities. I see right now a lot of young people on their phones, on social media, and checking things and letting their life play out on their screens. If I was in high school today, I would also see how the evolution of everything is working. When I showed you that screen of me with all those things I was connected to, social media wasn't even around when I played NBA. I had to learn it. I had to say, hey, how can this work within my ecosystem of helping kids or helping this person or doing this or doing that? And it all started with helping someone. So AI is that same thing right now. The tech queen just explained it in a way that will benefit you. But a lot of people are going to say, I don't know. Well, I can tell you right now, if I was in high school, the answer to that question would be, I would be trying to find something to do with learning AI and get certified so that I could be in a position to just understand and not be left out. That's what I would do. Let me see. What was one decision you made as a teenager or young adult that changed your direction for better or worse? I like that question. One of the best things I made as a teenager was when it was time to drive. It was time to drive. That's that's ultimate, because now you're in a vehicle, you're in control, and the highway is your pathway to the world, right? So one of the things I did when I was a teenager was save up my money so I could, buy a car, put myself in a position where I could, own my own vehicle. And the one thing I learned about cars at that young age was, man, you can really take an old car and turn it into something that really is, nice, and everybody will kind of look at it, and almost will look at it the same way they look at luxury vehicles, depending on how you do it. And that decision turned into a whole, host of me taking over cars, doing TV shows. I mean, I bet this is one of the cars I made over for GM, General Motors. Chevy contacted me and said, Jerome, we got this new Camaro coming out. We wondered if you could, remix it for us. I was like, sure, ship me one to my house. They shipped me this Camaro to my house for free. And they said, hook it up for us, and then we'll put it in one of our shows, which was the SEMA show. So I put my Junkyard Dog signature on it. I don't know what you kids like today, but this car right here, I mean, I think it stands its test of time. It's got a nice, smooth paint to it. Got the rims on it, 22s. I mean, the brake calipers, twin turbo. I can go on and on. But here's the thing. I learned that when I was in high school, just because I was just thinking about what I liked and what I didn't like. Don't let your imagination stop. You have to keep your mind working. You cannot put limits on your mind. If I had put limits on myself and said I'm just a basketball player, I would have never gotten this call. But I got the call, and guess what? I got an award for making over cars that I would have never thought I could achieve that in high school if I didn't keep dreaming. Keep the mind working. Don't let anybody tell you something that's going to bring your mindset to their level. You got to stay above board. Stay above board. Next question. Before you had your success, how did you skip down. I'm sorry. Let's see. What advice did you give someone early on that you ignored, but wish you would have listened to? Oh man, the one thing that I ignored, my mom and dad told me I had to take my SAT test. And I was so petrified of taking these tests. I was like, I'm not going to test. To be quite honest with you. So I just didn't take the test. I did not take the test. Every time it was time to take the test, I had an excuse. So fast forward to tape. I drove 7 inches after high school. And all these Division I colleges start saying, seeing me here or there, playing. They're like, well, where's this kid? Well, we want to offer him a scholarship. But because I didn't take my SAT, I could not accept any of those scholarships. So that was a lesson I had to learn. I was like, man, if I had just listened to my mom and dad, I wouldn't have to go out and get a job right now. But I had to go out, get a job, pay for my junior college, pay, put myself through school, graduate, and then I got a scholarship to Georgetown and played with Allen Iverson. So it all worked out, right? It was all in the Lord's plan. But it started with me not, making the right choice. Listening to people that were trying to help. All right. Let's see here. Next question. Okay. How did you build confidence in yourself? Ooh, that's a tough one right there. You know I went to prom by myself. You talking about it down? I had a date. And she canceled on me the night, basically the day of. She probably had decided a long time when she wasn't going. She didn't tell me to the day of. Now, when you talk about confidence, you talking about my confidence was on the floor. I had to pick it up. Off the floor like, man, oh my goodness. But how you build confidence is what I told myself is that I'm not going to be worried about what someone else thinks. And I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to be who I am, and that's going to have to be enough. And if, the right people aren't around, or I'm not popular, or people don't like me, as long as I'm positive, I don't give anybody a reason to not like me, I got to let the chips fall to me. And guess what? Over time, that builds confidence. Now look at me. I got the dog pound behind me. Everywhere I go. And that's because I realized one thing. People don't follow mess. They follow positivity. They follow people who are trying to help others. Be a helper. You'll build confidence all day. Be someone that other people can rely on. You'll build confidence all day. What are we here for? Peace. Shoot for it every day. Confidence will find you. Let's see. Doing good on time? Okay. I want to do this because it's almost time to wrap. This is what I got to say to you guys. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for giving me your undivided attention. I hope to see you guys out there. I will be in LA next week, so if you see me on the street, give me a it's dog pound time. Love you guys, and God bless each and every one of you. Let's go, dog pound.